Hello students, yesterday we had seen some examples and some properties, that is corresponding angles property, interior angles property and alternate angle property. So based on that, let us solve some examples. Now we'll see that first example. After that topic, I am reading that example. If a transversal intersects two lines such that the bisectors of a pair of corresponding angles are parallel, then prove that the two lines are parallel. Means here you can see you can see now here line PQ and line RS are the two lines. Their transversal is AD. Bisector BE is also shown here and CG is also shown here. Okay. Then BE is the bisector of angle ABQ. CG is the bisector of angle BCS. And we have to prove that the line PQ is parallel to line RS. Now these bisectors are parallel to each other. So according to given information, here this information is written. We should write all the given information first. Then we have to prove that PQ is parallel to RS. So see, as per the given information, here if you see BE and CG are the bisectors. So due to this BE, we got angle ABE is equal to angle BEQ is equal to half of ABQ. Similarly, angle BCG and angle GCHS, they are half of angle BCS. So here you can say first statement, that is angle ABE is half of angle ABQ and CG is the bisector of angle BCS, so angle BCG is equal to half of angle BCS. Now they have given BE is parallel to CG, means if these two lines are parallel, then their corresponding angles or alternate angles will be congruent. So here we can write ABE is equal to BCG. You can see here ABE is equal to BCG, corresponding angles. Okay, so upper we are saying AB is half of ABQ, then BCG is half of BCS, so and ABQ. So here we know that ABE is equal to BCG, means half are the equals, half of both of these angles are equal, the full part also will equal. So here substituting 1 and 2 in 3, we get half of ABQ is equal to half of BCS. So cutting this half off, we will get ABQ is equal to BCS. So here ABQ is equal to BCS. But these are nothing but the corresponding angles, and we have proved these corresponding angles are congruent. So if corresponding angles are congruent, then lines are parallel. So here you can see here they are corresponding angles formed by transversal AD with PQ and RES. They are equal, therefore PQ is parallel to what? 1 minute, the sum has gone. PQ is parallel to RS. That is the converse of corresponding angle axiom. Now let us see here one more example here. Example 6. In figure, AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. Okay. Then EA is perpendicular to AB. EA, you can see here. EA is perpendicular to AB. Angle BEF is 55 degree. This BEF they are given 55 degree. We have to find out measures of X, Y and Z. Now all of you can see here. These are the parallel lines. AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF. And if two parallel lines are there, then sum of their interior angle is 180 degrees. So y plus 55 will be 180 degrees. So here they have written here y plus 55 is equal to 180 degree. That is interior angle on the same side of the transversal. So y is equal to 180 minus 55 degree, 125. So we have got here y how much? 125. So 125, x also 125, because x and y are again corresponding angles. Now AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF, therefore AB is parallel to EF. Now they have asked you value of Z. So here 55 plus Z. These angles now see here perpendicular, no? So here you can say EAB plus FEA. EAB plus FEA, that will be 180 degree. And here you can write 90 plus Z plus 55 degree. 90 plus Z plus 55, because this angle total CAB and angle CEF will be 180 degree. So we will put those values and value of Z will get 35 degree. So in this way you can solve these examples. Now I will also explain these examples from 6.2 actually afterwards, but let us see next point, that is angle sum property of a triangle. What? Angle sum property of a triangle. Let us see here what is angle sum property. All of you have already studied angle sum property of a triangle, that the sum of the angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. Suppose triangle PQR is given. In that triangle PQR, angle 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 180 degree. But we have only accepted this property or axiom. We have not proved. Let us prove today. Okay. So for that we need here this triangle and one construction we need. So through P you have to draw one line XY which is parallel to QR, which is parallel to QR. So see here let us draw a line XPY. Can you see? Line XPY parallel to QR. You can see here, let us draw this line XPY parallel to QR through opposite vertex P, through opposite vertex P as shown in the figure, so that we can use the properties related to parallel lines. Now if you will observe here, this angle means XPY is the straight line, and around this downside angle 1 and angle 5, you know, straight angle, what is the measure of straight angle? That is 180 degrees. So you can say that angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree angle. That is straight angle property. Now if you observe here, uh, 4 plus 1 plus 5 180 straight angle property, otherwise angles in linear pair we can use. Then if you will observe here, this angle 4 plus 2, 4 and 2 are alternate angles, angle 5 and angle 3 are alternate angles, because this is a parallel line, this is a transversal, PQ is a transversal, PR is a transversal. So angle 4 is equal to angle 2 and angle 5 is equal to angle 3. So see here, but XPY is parallel to QR and PQ and PR are transversal. See, this PQ and PR are transversal. So angle 4 is equal to angle 2, angle 5 is equal to angle 3. So instead of angle 4 we can put angle 2, instead of angle 5 we can put angle 3. So what we got? Substituting angle 4 and 5 in first, we get angle 2 plus angle 1 plus angle 3 180 degree, that is angle 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 180 degree. So thus we proved the angle sum property of a triangle. In this way you have to prove. Okay, now again, if we, what is written here, recall that you have studied about the formation of exterior angle of a triangle in the earlier classes. Yes. So if in this figure side QR is produced to the point S, angle PRS is called an exterior angle of triangle PQR. So here you can see here this angle PRS is exterior angle. Okay. Now you have studied the exterior angle property, that is first we will see angle 3 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree angles in linear pair. What reason we write here? Here angles in linear pair, angles in linear pair. Okay, this property will write there. Then but angle 1 plus 2 plus 3 180, just we have proved angle sum property of a triangle. So from here both the, if we will observe both the statement, their RHS is same, so we can equate them. Angle 3 plus 4 is equal to angle 1 plus 2 plus 3. Common is what here in both sides? Here angle 1 plus 2 plus 3, here 3 plus 4, 3 will cut. So angle 4 is equal to angle 1 plus 2. So this is a theorem, that is, this is called remote interior angle theorem. Okay, so let us see what is the theorem. If a side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. It is obvious from the above theorem that an exterior angle of a triangle is greater than either of its interior opposite angles. Okay. Now let us see one more example. You observe this figure first. What is given in this figure here? PQR. PQR is the triangle. Then QT perpendicular to PR and PS is meeting at QR. So see here example, QT perpendicular to PR, angle TQR is 40 degree, angle SPR is equal to 30 degree. Find X and Y. Now you can say that 90 here in triangle TQR, this angle is what? 90 degree. This is 40, this is X. So 90 plus 40 plus X is equal to 180 according to angle sum property of a triangle. So 90 plus 40, 130. So 130 will shift here. 180 minus 130, 50. We got X is equal to 50 degree. Now if we'll think about the Y. Okay. So now if we'll think only this triangle PSR, for that Y means angle PSQ is exterior angle. So Y will be equal to, or Y must be equal to 30 plus X. So here they have written Y is equal to 30 plus X. Means SPR is given 30 degree and this angle 50 we have got, no, x equal to 50, so 80 degrees. So we have got the answer of x and y. Now let us see one more example. This is important example, little bit bigger example. See here, in the figure, the sides AB and AC of triangle ABC are produced 2 points E and D. See here, AC, AB and AC. Can you see? AB and AC are produced up to E and D respectively. Okay. Then if bisectors BO and CO, bisectors BO and CO of angle CBE, you can see angle CBE and angle BCD respectively meet at the point O. They are meeting at the point O. Then we have to prove that angle BOC is equal to 90 minus BOC is equal to 90 minus angle BAC. That we have to prove. Now let us see how to prove this. Okay. See here, we have considered this angle X, this angle Y, this angle Z. Okay. So ray BO is the angle bisector. So CBO will be half of CBE. CBE because bisector. So CBE is there. So 1 half into CBE. Now CBE, instead of CBE we can write 180 minus y, because CBE plus CBA, that is angles in linear pair. So instead of CBE we have written 180 minus y. So if we multiply by this 1 up to whole bracket, 1 up into 180, 90, 1 up into y by 2. So this is the first statement. Measure angle CBO is equal to 90 minus y by 2. So again CO is the bisector of BCD. So again similarly, see here, again BCO is equal to 1 half of BCD. Then BCD, you can observe that BCD and BCA are the linear pairs. So angle BCD, see here, sorry, BCO, not BCD, BCO is equal to half of BCD. So BCD plus BCA is equal to 180. So BCD is equal to 180 minus Z, because that measure is given Z. You can see once again, measure is given Z. So similarly 1 half into 180 minus Z, 90 minus Z by 2, that is called 2. So here measure of angle BCO we have got and measure angle CBO we have got. Okay. Now in triangle BOC, angle BOC plus BCO plus CBO 180. That which triangle? BOC. See, triangle BOC. In that angle B, that is CBO, and angle BCO plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degree. So BOC, now here we know the measure of angle BOC as BCO 90 minus Z by 2 and CBO 90 minus Y by 2. BOC will be as it is. So 90 plus 90, 180. So angle BOC is equal to this minus Z by 2 will become plus, minus Y by 2 will become plus. And here 90 plus 90, 180, and here 180, that will be cancelled. So angle BOC is equal to Z by 2 plus Y by 2. Denominator is same. So we can see BOC is equal to half into Y plus Z. Now according to angle sum property of a triangle, X plus Y plus Z is equal to 180. Okay. So Y plus Z is equal to 180 minus X. 180 minus X. So angle BOC is equal to half of this value. We can use the value of 4 in this. Therefore y plus Z is equal to 180 minus X. So 1 half into 180, BOC is equal to 1 half into 180 minus X. that is 1 half into 180, 90, and 1 half into x, that is x by 2. So 90 minus x by 2. Now x means what? Angle BAC. So 90 minus 1 half of BAC. In this way we have proved this. So now 6.3 you can try using these properties. Let us stop here. Okay.